When it comes to pushing myself creatively, I have done more the past couple of months than I have in a while. See, I've done bigger projects before, stuff that's taken a lot of my time and a lot of my effort to complete, be it my wife's documentary that I made about her art thesis show back at university, or the documentary I made about my adopted photogenic dog. But I've never been this consistent with different projects consecutively back to back to back to back to back, as much as I have with the past few months of 2023. And the year's almost over, so it's time to reflect. See, expression is something that I believe we all need to feel, and we all deserve to feel. And honestly, it's kind of one of the ways we can learn the most about each other. When you use that sense of expression to get creative, that's when some truly special things tend to happen. See, when I'm out shooting photos with my camera, or even just making a video like this with my camera, it's like exercising my creativity like you would a muscle in a gym. It leads to me feeling so satisfied and fulfilled with what I'm doing. And to be honest with you, I just tend to feel like my best self when I'm making something with my camera. But this is just one form of expression. There are a seemingly endless amount of ways to go about this and to feel fulfilled with what you're doing. For instance, if you've followed my work for a while, you'll know that my wife is an artist. And whether it's the worst week in the world at work, when she comes home, I can block off time and remedy her week by just scheduling some time upstairs in the studio to sketch, lay down paint, and dive deeper into her work. And that means something. See, when we talk to each other about our work or the work of others, it's usually because of something small that stood out to us, but resonated enough to where we wanted to do a deep dive. Just dig a little more into the why, the how, and putting that thought to use instead of it just gone. But let's say you yourself aren't too sure what to use as a way of your own expression. Some of us just don't really have that thing that pulls us in, and that's okay. But I guess it's also worth noting it's not a concrete rule that it has to stay that way. And I guess what I mean by that is when taking that time to look into things that you yourself may have thought about trying, maybe you've tried once and you enjoyed the experience, maybe you haven't ever heard or tried something like this at all, putting that time and that effort into just taking a leap towards something and then finding out later that you eventually land on something that actually resonates with you in a way that then becomes your form of expression, that is an investment in time and money that will be well spent on your own self-development. It's gonna range. It'll range from small acts to big acts. And what I mean by that is it could be as simple as you finally picking up a pen and just writing down your thoughts or ideas and just seeing where that takes you. Investing time in learning how to cook or bake food that you've never had. Scheduling an upcoming day to just sit down and explore new music. Diving deeper into albums from start to finish. Or it could be something more long-term where you're saving up a little bit extra money every month to take that trip to that place that you know you can experience outside of a screen. It's also worth noting that expression and creativity, it's not just limited to your own efforts, to your own time, and to your own experiences. It can be sought out from others and be just as rewarding as well. I grew a lot from seeking out creative expression long before I even thought of picking up a camera. I did it subconsciously. I knew that I gravitated towards it, just a little bit, deep down inside. And it was just by watching movies. I feel as though there is not a single individual who has shaped me more than the movies I've watched. Hell, even to this day, I will still dive deeper into the movies I see just to ask why. And that's not necessarily just for the sake of the question, but it's more so to better understand the movie, better understand the themes and the concepts that did resonate with me, that did provoke a thought. And in doing so, I kind of still learn and grow as an individual. And so now that I'm reflecting at the end of the year and I'm seeing all the work that I've made, I know for a fact, and have known for a while, that I enjoy talking about movies. And a lot of people enjoy talking about movies, and that's great. But being able to have it as a motivator to get me off my ass and to do something with my camera, to do something with my equipment, to do something with my time creatively, and force myself to just be more expressive through my work that I make, be it directly or indirectly. I'm grateful for what I've been able to make so far. I'm grateful for what I will be making soon. I'm grateful for what I will be making in the long run. I am grateful that this makes me feel so fulfilled as a person. And I'm also grateful that anyone else is able to find that thing for themselves, and they also can feel that expression that we all deserve to feel. And so again, I reflect and look at the past couple of months of work, and I can't help but get excited to continue to express myself and try to grow.